Yes, Irachka, I can hear you. How are you doing? So why? Something wrong with your mood? Ah, I understand. So the time of exams. So, okay. But today we have a test lesson. So just when the one that I promised you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, you are. So good. So examinations will come and will go. That's why no worries. Just enjoy your life. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So, Irочка, today we are going to check whether your choosing of profession was correct, was right. So, first task is to read the comic strip and answer the questions. Can you hear me well? Great, great. So, just will you read this comic strip, please? And comment on it. What is going on here? Oh, they are parents. So, these two young people are parents. Yeah. From the right hand, so just you can see a teacher. Yeah. The boy, our character, main character, is in the middle, in between. His friends, his chat friend, online friend, and here his brother comes. And Misha is so frustrated because he doesn't know what to do. Now, questions. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So he's trying to control the situation, but he can't because it is like last year in your case. You had to go somewhere, so but you don't know which way to choose. It's a problem. Okay. What about your feelings last year? Um, mhm. On this choice, yes. Not only exam results, but the choice of your profession. Yes, great. So the results, of course, because they lead you to the special point. But are you happy with your choice now? Great. So let's have a look at Misha and his brother. So another strip. Yeah. Yes. And the brother thinks that salary is the most important thing here. So, to your choice, five profession, say which one will be the best earning money. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, probably. So just it's your idea. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. A marketing expert. You think that it is the most expensive and the most rich, well-off job. Okay, let's answer the questions. A marketing expert. Hmm. Mm, great. Yeah, he earns a lot of money. Earns a lot of money, doesn't he? Hmm. Hmm. The case. No, the SU, SUE, or whether they win the SU or not. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. The next, please. Job ranking. Hmm. Interest, the most interesting. Hmm. Yeah, of course, for you. Mhm. All right. All right. Okay. So just you talked a lot about these professions. Thank you. I think, well, it is quite clear. So what you said, what you have said already. So just this in here. All right. But all these professions have special responsibilities, and these responsibilities just, of course, affect the person. So, and define what kind of profession a person is going to have in future. Will you match the professionals and job responsibilities? Hmm. Yeah, that is that. Of course, a bank clerk not only issues loans, he has many more responsibilities. These some are only some of them, right? So you know that in fact, everywhere people know that professions can be out of dated and updated. Out of dated professions are those who are not uh, in demand anymore. So now let's have a look. Do you think that your parents, for example, your mom and just and your sister can give you good advice? So did they manage to give you good advice on what profession to choose? Did they follow modern trends? So just that's what I mean. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So just your mom knows how to be at risk, right? So probably she will also have to make a decision of which profession to choose. Hmm. In zeros, in the zeros. Yeah, yeah, of course. Well, but it was quite a long period of time for her to enjoy the profession. All right, so let's fill in the words successful, at risk, and in demand into the comic. Mhm. Yeah, you should drag the word into the interrogative mark place. It is a kind of continuation of his idea. He thinks that, well, okay, if you don't know which profession to choose, just think about money. Adults don't know what professions are either. Of course, you don't know. Okay, so just have a look. Have a look at the last one. Just you will know what to choose the first. And the last picture is quite understandable because it is like a bridge and person is crossing at risk. Yeah. So the brother said that adults don't know what professions are in demand either. Well, do you agree with it? No. Hmm. Yeah. So that's why Misha said that they have chosen their professions and they're quite successful or were quite successful during a period of time. But brother does not agree. Why? Because future. Yeah, because the future is quite strange for them. So that's why their profession are really at risk. And your mom's example, well, is really fits. So, do you agree with Misha's brother? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. His idea. Yeah, probably. Okay. And so you have already we have already discussed the profession of travel agent. And what about other professions that are given here? Okay, sorry about that. I'm here. Right. So just use all these words to support the answers about why do you think some professions can be at risk? Mhm. Accountant. Accountant.
Computers, and we need only an IT specialist for that. And it isn't obligatory for them to have an accountant degree. So it is economist education.
Yeah.
Other type of, so usually it is work at the factories because they have a lot of robots, and the factories become more modern. So we need only specialists who can create these robots and to write special programs for them.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. And just after the lesson, will you ask your mom whether she knows all these new professions that you can see on the right hand side in
Yes,
front of
I
you?
see.
Yeah, so just and the problems in the on the left column, on the left hand column, there are problems which they are going to decide, which they are going to solve during their professional activities.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Let's combine them. Probably you can guess. So take the most the understandable one. So, for example, an
Yeah.
astrophysicist. Good. Exactly. Hmm.
Mm.
Good.
Okay.
Now you understand what solar battery designer is. So good, but it is really very, very important kind of job because it is becoming more and more uh, popular all over the world. So just people are trying to save their energy with the help of solar batteries. So designers are just to the point. Okay, now questions for you.
Do you know anybody who has one of these modern jobs? No, no. I don't know anyone who has such an unusual new job, but I saw such professionals on the TV, or I can see some interview of these people in the newspapers and so on.
Yeah.
Do you think that these professions are cool, and which one is the coolest? Uh, okay, yeah, each one is really cool, but I think that okay, I think that the most coolest for me it is nanomaterial designer, because I know that some specialists now create such unique materials which will never break, so you can't even tear them, so tear them,
Tear
yes,
them. Mhm.
tear them, yes, and even if you put this piece of material in the water, it will be dry absolutely. So such a new even don't know. It is like a magic. You
Mhm.
can see such an unusual material.
Yes, of
So
course. It is like silicone things that you take hot things out of the oven. So nobody would have ever thought of such a thing as silicone pans, for example. You put the pastry inside, and just you can get an excellent cake, which goes out of this form easily. Yeah. So just
so yes, and you can use these materials absolutely everywhere in your
yes.
everyday life.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. And doesn't go. It doesn't let heat go through. So just it stops any heat waves. Right.
and which of these jobs would you like to do and why? Uh, so okay, I think I would like to be a molecular biologist because you can learn this micro world. Yes.
Micro
So
world.
and
Yeah.
it is really interesting because you have so many small creatures I even don't know. So now humanity don't know about 80% of our fauna. I don't
Fauna,
know how to
fauna,
say
fauna. What
fauna.
is around us?
Yes, and
Hmm.
it yes, and it is really interesting to know about these viruses which can cause into
Hmm.
epidemics. So
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think
But what does
I
Misha's
would like
brother
to.
say here? So just have a look. So just what is his idea?
Um, What? Uh, so as I understand, he said that it is really difficult to make a right choice in so young age, and maybe a little bit later you will understand what career to like the most.
Yeah, opportunities, and just it's very important to choose only one way. Yeah, you know about that. Okay, so the world is changing, isn't it? And lots of things changing as well. So your task is to say whether their sentences are true or false after reading the comic strip.
Uh-huh. So, yes.
Such a prospect. Okay.
Mm, Mrs. Brother knows what to do after graduation. So now to the false. He's happy with his lessons at university. Mm. So he's happy.
Is he happy?
No,
No.
he's unhappy at all.
Okay.
He's afraid that his job is at risk of automation. So yes, he said that now he saw a lot of computer program which can calculate everything.
Okay. Irочка, answer the question. Do you think it's common situation?
Young people nowadays, and what do you think? Is it is so? Um, okay. So I don't know about such a technique professions because there too much math and I really don't know what they're doing there, but I think that it is really great problem because now we have too many such vacant places in
Vacancies.
our university. So universities offer us such professions. They have a lot of tutors there. They have their programs, but they are not in a demand. So
Yeah.
and people just go there because they haven't got other opportunity, especially boys. So
Yes.
because only army will be the alternative, so they choose such unpopular profession, and in the future it becomes a great problem for them.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So now you know it because you are the first course student. So that's why you know it from inside. Very often, people who choose some profession so just become disappointed and something they look for any other opportunities to do something else. Okay, so there are pictures about, and they all of them are about how everything changed. So the professions. Well, your task is to
Mm,
match the descriptions with the pictures. hmm Yeah, and when you describe pictures, you certainly use make use of such words as at first, then, and at last. So just these words, just linkers, which gives you an opportunity to make the right choice of the sequence. The second one, doctors, hospitals. Mm-hmm. And now the pictures of the shops, different shops, which you should describe. The changes that you see in the pictures. Initially, later, and eventually. All these words are synonyms to at first, then at last. What can you say? You need to write here. Mm-hmm. I can't hear you. Oh, will you reload the page, please?
Hello,
Oh,
can you
yes.
hear me?
Now it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. I just can't understand the process.
Really? So there are shops. The first very old shops where you can where you could come and buy anything you want. So just not a very well organized range of
Uh,
products, and just you had a special contact with a shop assistant directly. So money and food, just one to one. The second one, when you are at the food market, so just you can take anything you wish and only then pay at the cash desk. And the last way of shopping, no sales assistant at all.
ah.
It's just the automatic shop. So just you insert the coin and you get whatever you wish, which is on display. Irочка, do you really know that article? Are you really sure that article A and shops is a good idea? A
No.
shops? No? Will you correct your mistake, please? Mm-hmm. And range is accountable with a wide range of.
Mm, what is it? It's
Automatic machines without any sale assistance. There are automatic machines, automatic shops. Mm-hmm. With no sale assistance. Yes, of course. Good. So we go to the next point, to the next slide. What is, and just after reading the comics, you should tell me what is the main strategy Misha's brother suggests.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What does he suggest as a main strategy to avoid all these problems? The problem that the jobs are changing, people need to change too.
so, first of all, you have to attend some courses,
Hmm.
as I understand. So to be to get more information about your profession and
Mm-hmm.
to understand how does it develop.
Mm-hmm. To become
Is
updated
it
in your
develop?
skills.
Yes,
Right, exactly.
and you also need to look at the whole industry that you work in. So,
Yeah,
because okay.
very good. Now your task is to look at the pictures. And the question is to order the description of a t-shirt production in 2010. Read the sentences
Mhm.
first.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
ah, so I see the next picture.
And the next
And
picture
it's
is
really fun.
wonderful. It is right now. So just the uh, 2018. So just our year. So just how do we act? Just to have a special design of t-shirts.
So now we can make our own print.
Mm-hmm.
So the picture what we really like, and after that, so there is even some people from China who are
Yeah.
doing this t-shirt. Yes. Uh, and we get our product, and usually it is some type of a delivery, so the don't have to go to the shop to buy it.
Yes, of course. And we have a unique, our own design of a thing that we would like to wear. So this thing is the only one. We don't have them in parties in different series, right? So just we have them just as we wish. All right. So just the next point here.
Mm-mm. Imagine this production process in 10 years from now.
Mhm.
Um,
And just
so
don't forget to use the word connectors as initially, then, later, finally. Okay.
so okay, my idea that initially we will have so the same first mm, step. So
Mm-hmm,
we
mm-hmm,
can create our own picture, or we can only mm, so we can choose this picture by ourselves. So usually it is from our internet, or it can be the photo of us and
mm-hmm,
our family.
mm-hmm.
But the second step, so then um, we will have a special printers, I think, which can create these 3D models and clothes. So I mean that in future we won't have any people who will produce this T-shirt. So everything will be made will be made
Mm-hmm,
automatically.
mm-hmm. Yeah, automatically. Everything will be made automatically. Yeah.
And later, uh, later we will get our T-shirts by delivery service. But I think that it also will change. So I think that it could be, I don't know. So we have such a quadrocopters, as you
Mm-hmm.
know, yes. And there were some ideas. So I read that in the future the delivery will be made by these
Yeah, yeah,
quadrocopters.
yeah. Great. So, Irachka, have a look at the pictures. The way industries work is changing continuously, and employees also need to change. So, how do you treat this statement? What is your
Uh,
reaction to it?
the industry's work is so of course everything is changing,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and here I can see an industry of okay,
Tools.
let it
They
be
are
of
tools.
cutting the forest, maybe,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, tools,
so something
instrumenty.
like that.
Mm-hmm,
uh, and I should say that people now do everything to make their work more easier.
mm-hmm,
So we can create a lot of different machines, a
mm-hmm.
special transport, special cars who can cut this forest in a few seconds. So I saw how does it work, and I mean that we have such a phrase in Russia. So there mm, our laziness, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
is powerful of our progress,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Exactly. So just I can't but agree with you about that. It is really so. So just and it helps us to continue our developing. So another strip for you, and some more questions. Let's continue reading the comics and find out what Misha's brothers did to help. Мама, у меня запись идет. У меня каждый звук тут так относится громко. Я закончу скоро.
So he mentioned some skills that
Mm-hmm.
it would be obligatory to have.
A must.
So a must, yes,
Mm-hmm.
must have. Mm, necessary for successful career. So
It is just your opinion.
yes, and I don't think that it will be a friendliness because now we have so many self-employed people and they work from home, so
Mm-hmm.
they don't have to communicate with other people. So I think that in the future it won't be a necessary skill for
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, of course. But what
Um,
other skills do you think are necessary for a
yes,
successful career?
patience because so you can't get everything in a lot of time. So you have to you build your career. Just start from a
From
not
scratch.
a highly paid.
Mm-hmm. From
Yeah,
scratch. From scratch. С нуля. Mm-hmm.
yes, and later you will achieve your I don't know your purpose.
Mm-hmm. Your
So let
target.
it
Your
be to be
target.
a boss or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
What about other skills? A sense of humor.
so I don't think that it is necessary,
All
but
right. Click on
usually
the points that you think necessary. So just and when you don't think it is necessary, just ignore. Yeah, and explain why stability, flexibility, and creativity.
okay. So first of all, stability. I mean that in our world we have a lot of different professions, but usually people change their profession too often.
Mhm.
So it's in Russian like a текучка кадров,
Да, да.
something
Мгм,
like
мгм,
that.
мгм.
Yes, and some companies can't control this
Мгм, мгм.
process.
Yeah.
They have a lot of problems. I don't know
Yes, because
because
people are not
they
happy with their jobs and they have to look for
yeah.
different ways to feel
Yes, I
happy and
even
to earn
know.
more.
So my friend is working in our Russian Evrosеть. Yes,
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
and they also this changing course stuff too
mhm.
fast because people are not satisfied with their workplace working conditions. They can't work 20 hours a day and particularly every day.
Yeah, yeah. What about flexibility? Flexibility. Just what does it mean, flexibility? Ира, звук пропал. Звук пропал опять. Перегружай страничку.
Hello.
Oh,
Can you
yes,
hear?
it's nice. So
I
the
think
third
it could
try.
be a problem with my headphones.
I see.
Yes.
Good.
So flexibility means you can. So I know that for the employee, it means that you have not established working hours. So you can work in the days that you want. And here I think that flexibility is then you will be ready to work, then your boss will need
Yeah,
help or
flexible
something like
means that you should be very, very cute to the changing conditions. So just, and if you
that.
feel that conditions can be changed and just you react to it properly, it is called flexibility. Okay, good. Now let's have a look. Watch the video and choose the correct options from the text below.
Okay.
You need to be open to new things. You need to be open to new things. To be flexible.
Не слышно?
Слышно.
Не слышно или слышно, Ирочка? Включай сама.
Я слышу.
Okay.
And make connection.
So this
So
is not
I
stability, this is intelligence. Yeah, exactly.
yes.
So what other skills are important for a successful career to your mind? Besides flexibility, intelligence, stress
Oh.
resistance.
Um. Okay. I will not think about that. So.
Okay. Let's skip it. So, yeah, another comic is about strategies in particular. So, in choosing a profession, you have learned a lot now about the strategies. Let's summarize this information. Mhm. Put the strategies into an appropriate column. Some of them are suggested by everybody, some of them you really need for the future. Mhm. Excellent. So everybody suggest and the strategies that you really think that are necessary. So almost the last slide. So with the comic, you should tick off the professions you choose at the beginning of the lesson.
Uh, so my choice was marketing expert. Yes.
Yes. And click on this marketing expert box. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And read the results. Yeah. So this is how to survive, how to become flexible with the problems which our future gets for us. Okay, so let's summarize the whole idea. How do you like that lesson?
It was excellent.
Yes, great. If it is excellent, then well, you like it. So just and the way of how they discuss, they treat the problem is also nice. Yeah. So there is a last comic strip, Irechka, for you.
So, what should I do? To solve. Oh.
Yes, let's take the global problems you would like to solve.
Of course, first one. And I think the pollution of our planet will be really interesting because we have extremely many problems due to this pollution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You see, so the problems are different from your job, from your future profession. But it is you that would like to choose this one thing. Okay. Let's choose the things you liked about the lesson here.
Everything.
Everything, tick everything. Good. Thank you very much indeed. So, some words that probably you may need to add to your vocabulary, you may do it now. But I think that all of them are absolutely known for you. Probably except the words of the new professions, so which I'm going to copy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have copied it for you to your notes. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have sent you two slides with the homework. Probably you will like to do something according to it. Well, but yeah, if you wish, certainly. Yarechka, thank you very much for your kind agreement to participate in our test, in our experiment. Any words that you would like to conclude our class today? Probably you would like to wish something, пожелания какие-нибудь, to wish something for this lesson.
No, I don't know any wishes. I absolutely like this lesson because 1 year ago I did some tests. So, what profession will be great for you? So, you know such tests, and the results were really awful because they advised me to be I don't know, to work in a factory, to be a taxi driver, something like that. So they advised me not modern professions. It was something old and
Out of dated. Yeah.
out of date. Yes.
But in case you had such a lesson, such a program according to your future profession, I think you would choose maybe another one. Well, but at least you would feel better, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Irachka, 60 minutes today, so just it's nice because of the connection was not very well, and that I decided to finish this lesson because it was necessary for us. And I will see you next time. It will be a Tuesday, yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Tuesday. Yes.
Yes, Tuesday. And we decided to have a lesson and a half, right?
Plus 20 minutes.
25 minutes we'll add to each
Ah,
lesson.
20.
Yeah, because this
Okay.
lesson was added as a present from school,
Mm-hmm.
so just we must have our normal regular classes. So
Okay. Yes.
okay, yeah, so just I wish you a very happy weekend, so just enjoy and do not forget about your responsibilities connected with examinations. Wish you all the best.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.